Building a custom PC for someone else is always a unique challenge. You get a list of parts, a budget, and a vision that isn't your own. This time the client wanted a high-end gaming machine, pretty standard, until I saw the $3,500 graphics card on the list. Not only was it expensive, it was massive, one of the largest GPUs on the market. My first concern wasn't performance, but whether it would even fit in the mid-sized case the client chose. Suddenly this build felt more like solving a puzzle with mismatched pieces. The responsibility is real, these are expensive parts, and telling a client their dream build won't work is never fun. I double-checked the specs. The GPU and case were a tight match with only millimeters to spare. But spec sheets don't always tell the whole story. Angles, cables, and real-world fit can throw everything off. The stage was set. A monster GPU versus a modest case. Would it work? I was about to find out. This was no ordinary build. It was a test of patience, precision, and a little bit of luck. I just hoped I wouldn't be the one losing the battle. When the parts arrived, the GPU box looked more like it held a kitchen appliance than a computer part. Lifting it, I was shocked by the sheer weight and size. Unboxing it, the card dwarfed my hand, and every other GPU I owned. Side by side with a standard card, the difference was comical. This wasn't just a graphics card, it was a structural element, a monument to excess. The engineering was impressive, but practicality was clearly an afterthought. I wondered if this was a rage bait build. Parts chosen just to frustrate the builder. The card was magnificent, ridiculous, and intimidating all at once. Now, I had to fit this beast into a case that suddenly seemed impossibly small. The real challenge was just beginning. The build started smoothly. Motherboard, CPU, RAM, power supply, all in place. Then came the GPU. Lining it up, I hit a wall. The card collided with the case's front fans. Online compatibility tools had said it would fit, but reality disagreed. These tools check specs, not the awkward angles and tight squeezes of real assembly. I removed the front fans, slid the GPU in, and it finally clicked into place. But when I tried to reinstall the fans, there was no room. They and the GPU wanted the same space. Now I faced a choice. Sacrifice cooling or admit defeat and get a bigger case. For a high-end build, poor airflow wasn't an option. After trying every trick, it was clear. The parts just didn't fit together in the real world. The online green checkmark was a lie. This is the hidden frustration of modern PC building, oversized parts and misleading specs. What should have been a fun project became a lesson in troubleshooting and patience. Sometimes, the numbers just don't add up. This build exposed a growing problem in the PC industry. Components are getting absurdly large. The old goal was smaller, more efficient parts. Now it's brute force and size. Massive GPUs need huge cases and special supports, making building harder and less accessible. The freedom to design your own machine is shrinking, replaced by the need to accommodate these behemoths. Compact, powerful builds are becoming rare, and sustainability is taking a back seat. These cards are louder, hotter, and more power-hungry than ever. What was once a relaxing hobby is now a stressful puzzle with higher financial stakes. One mistake with a $30,500 part is a costly lesson. The bigger is better trend is locking out newcomers and frustrating veterans. Here's hoping innovation brings us back to smarter, not just larger designs. So, how do you survive building in the age of oversized parts? First, do your own research. Don't trust online compatibility tools for physical fit. Look for real-world builds with your exact case and GPU on YouTube or forums. When in doubt, choose a bigger case. It's not as sleek, but it saves headaches. Measure everything yourself. Case clearance, GPU length, before you start assembling. Don't rely solely on manufacturer specs. A few millimeters can make or break your build. Ask for help. The PC building community is full of people who face these challenges. Post your parts list and get feedback before you buy. Prioritize function over form, especially for your first few builds. With careful planning and a little help, you can still build a machine you're proud of. The challenges are real, but so is the satisfaction when it all comes together.